Hello, I'm Nicole Azaán, your V.I.P Coach, encouraging you to cultivate vision, clarify intention, and understand purpose. Hey, River of Life, thanks for joining. That's my church. I love my church. This is how we roll. All right, we're talking about expectations and comparisons. There's just something really dangerous happening in relationships. It's undermining. I believe it's undermining the success that we would have in relationships. It's undermining what God has because there's a lot of competition, just a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy. And the bottom line is this: if you see someone in a relationship with someone else and you admire that relationship, that's great. We should provoke each other to good works. It's great to admire aspects and qualities of someone's relationship, but you're never going to have the same relationship that you see someone else have with another person. You're not them. You can't make that your relationship goal. You don't have that place in that person's life. You're not called to that place in that person's life. And if you hold their relationship as the standard, you can damage the relationship that you could have that would be a blessing to you and the other person. You can also damage the relationship that those people have just by stirring up drama and confusion. So be content with your place in people's lives. Be content with where you are. If you're not content, then own your expectation. Say, hey, I would like to get closer. I would like for us to work on a relationship. I would like for us to maybe spend more time together. Figure out what your expectation is, articulate it honestly, and then be prepared for the person to accept it or not accept it. Be prepared for a yes or a no. But do not compare your relationship don't compare your relationship with someone to a relationship you see them have with someone else. It's dangerous, it's damaging, and it really is a distraction to the relationship that you would build. You don't even know if you have the capacity to handle the aspects and the sides of the person that you're striving to be in relationship with that the other person sees. You may think it's great to be closer to someone, and sometimes we believe that the closer we get to them, the less responsibility we have in the relationship. That's not true. The closer I am to someone, the greater their expectation is of me. The more they have to deal with, the more they see of me, the more they sometimes have to forgive and overlook. And you may not have that grace. You just may not have that capacity to deal with that person in the same way. So don't push it, don't force it, and please don't fake it. Don't compare your relationship with a relationship that you see someone else have. You're not them. You're who you are, you're where you are, and you're connected to whom you're connected to. Trust God to put the right relationships in your life. And if you're seeking relationship, here's a novel thought. Ask, pray for it. Some of my closest friends we didn't come into relationship because we grew up together. We didn't come into relationship anything else than really divine appointment. There are people who I admired for years from a distance, and I didn't stalk them. I didn't follow them ridiculously. I didn't try to position myself in their lives in ways. I just prayed. I just said, Lord, I think being connected to this person would be great. If it's your will, right? Excellent. Show me how to do it. If not, I'm cool where I am. So learn to accept the places that you're in. If you're chasing someone else's relationship, you're neglecting the relationships that you are in. And every relationship deserves all of you. It deserves all of your attention, all of your commitment, all of your energies, all of your positive relationships. So don't walk around comparing your relationship and saying, oh, I wish I was close to so-and-so like this person. Stop it. You're not them. You're not that person. You don't know what those people have gone through in that relationship. You don't know the tests, the mountains, the situations that they worked through in order to achieve that closeness. And you may not be able to handle what vulnerabilities intimacy exposes. The closer I get to you, the more I know you, the more I know your weaknesses, the more I know your shortcomings, the more I know your faults, the more I know what's wrong with you, while people celebrate what's right with you. So if you're going to be in a relationship and you're going to be close to people, you have to accept your place in their lives. You have to accept where you are. Don't waste another minute trying to mimic someone else's relationship. It may be someone you greatly admire. Admire them. Pray for them. If you have access to them, then take advantage of the access. I think it's crazy when people say they want to be close to someone and then they have opportunity to be close to them and they pretend that they don't really want it. So someone that you've admired for a long time says, hey, let's connect. And you say, oh no, you're too busy. I don't want to connect with you. That false humility, that's crazy. You do want to connect. You've been telling everybody you want to connect, and now you have an opportunity to connect. So connect. When your prayer is answered, accept it, and then learn how to manage the answer. So wherever you are in relationship, let's not contribute to the drama. Let's not complicate anyone else's relationship. If you have the relationships that you admire, the things in people's relationship that you see, the closeness, the comfort, the trust that you admire, that's great. Those can be relationship goals, but they can't be you trying to replace that person and say, well, I would be better in this person's life than this person is. Leave all of that to God. He's the one who moves people around. Bible says he sets up one and sets down another. So let God move people. You just respond to the timing of God and be responsible and be faithful in the relationships that you are in. Take more time and more care. Treat the people that you are in relationship with the way you would treat that person you admire. So don't go all out in one relationship because it's a fantasy relationship or you hold someone in high regard and then just be absent and be not fully present in the relationships that you're in already. Newsflash, God holds every person in high regard. God doesn't have little people and big people. So the least of these, the people who you're in annoying relationships with and you roll your eyes and suck your teeth when the phone rings or you see the text come through, God holds those people in high regard. And he's watching how you and I treat them as well. So don't envy. Don't be jealous of someone else's relationship, because the word tells us when we're envious and jealous, we can't even predict what we'll do. Striving, competing against others, all it does is show that we're not yet mature in ways that we would even be able to handle that relationship if we were in it. So you're not them, you're you. And we need you to be who you are in relationship. Just remember, you'll never have the same relationship with someone else that you see another person have. It's okay. You have the relationship that you have. You'll be where you need to be, and you'll be connected to whom you need to be connected. Love the people that you're with. Be fully present in relationships. Be faithful, because every relationship is a seed. Every relationship that you're in is a seed and a harvest that you'll reap eventually. What you do or don't do in a relationship will come back to you. So be mindful of that. That's true with every relationship that you're in. There's no big or little. There's no important or little people. Everyone's important to God. So be present, be mindful, be faithful, and let's be better. Let's not be the competition. Let's not be the cause of friction in relationships, but let's work to encourage others whose relationships we admire. Let's work to gain wisdom and learn from them and say, hey, I really admire the way you communicate. How did you learn to speak to each other well? I admire the trust that you have. How did you build this kind of foundation? Seek wisdom, and you'll be in great relationships. I'm Nicole Azaán, your VIP coach, encouraging us to cultivate vision, clarify intention, and understand purpose. Just wanted to get that little bit about competition off my chest. I feel a little better. I hope that you will not compete and that you'll show up and be fully present and fully a blessing to the people whom you're in relationship with. because that's what God expects you to do.